Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Tuesday to all. Hopefully, your day is going swimmingly, or at least better than mine. Um, I've had an interesting morning today, but nonetheless, let's check out some new music. This one dropped today, so this isn't part of our little catch up that we're doing. Miss Soyou Nuna has dropped a new digital single titled "Farewell Every Day," which again kind of following on, for reference, we listened to 볼바건 사춘기, uh, Friend the End. And that I said, also the title seems slightly ominous. Farewell Every Day also seems slightly ominous. And, well, knowing Miss Soyo and her vocal possibilities, this kind of gives me the inclination that it's going to be whatchamacallit, like an emotional ballad of sorts, which I do quite like a good ballad, and I do like Soyu's voice. So this could be an emotional ride. But we'll see. Never judge a book by its cover. And I'm gonna go in with an open mind and ready to enjoy some vocals. So here we go. Zoop. Also, I keep forgetting, like every time I see pieces of Soyu content on YouTube, I always forget that she's at BPM now. Like for some reason my head is still like, I guess it's me just like wanting a Sistar reunion and just thinking she's still at Starship because she just gets mentioned in so many like Starship groups contents, like Game Caters. There was a big like Sistar moment, Soyu moment. It's just like we're getting like second gen groups doing reunion stuff, and I wish Sistar had the chance to have a reunion thing. That's besides the point. I have not listened to Soyu in a long time. In fact, I think the last time I listened to Soyu was when we did the Eyes One marathon, because she was on the song Zero Attitude with Eyes One and PH1 as part of like the Pepsi X Starship collab songs they do. So it's been a hot minute, but I'm ready. So here we go. Let's send it. Also, BPM. Can we get lyrics possibly, please? Thank you. Ooh. Wailing electric guitar effect. Alright, get your tissues ready, lads. Oh my god, the air in her tone here. The width of vibrato she gets in her really low tone is spectacular. It's a genuine warble that you can like feel in your ears rather than just hearing it. That chord is so pretty. have the vocals pop in the exact same time as the guitar solo. No resolution? Oh, you don't get that final chord at the end. Oh, oh, she did Killing Voice as well. That's new, isn't it? Yeah, that has to be new. Oh, I don't have time to watch that for a piece of content though. I'm so busy this week. Like today is supposed to be like a quiet day, but I have so much stuff to do today still. But oh, here's the thing when it comes to Miss Soyou and her vocals is she's always had the vocal chops. Like that's nothing out of the ordinary. If you follow K-pop for long enough, you know the quality of her vocals and what she's capable of doing. In fact, kind of all things considered, Sistar as a whole was just kind of goated when it came to that. But that's besides the point. But give Soyou like this kind of like emotion-laced ballad in a way. And I think this goes for a lot of vocalists with a pretty flexible and wide vocal range, is that you give them an emotional ballad like this, and it allows the vocalist to kind of use like 2 or 3 different voices throughout their song. So like throughout this Soyou song here, like we had the really like wide vibrato lace like low tone, which never failed to give me goosebumps every time I hear her use it. And then she gets into her like kind of like middle range chest voice, which like it feels like there's just like a little bit of like bubbling power that's like waiting to be unleashed, but it's being restrained a little bit, which I think is really charming in its own way. And then of course you let Soyou kind of pop off and like take the limiters off of the vocals, and then you get her powerful vocals. It's just like, oh, but you get that kind of like experience of just being like musically refreshed in a way where like you listen. For me, when I listen to Soyou sing, that's all my brain like has the capacity to think about. Like my brain is just so full of Soyou and her vocals that I just forget about everything else that's going on in life for just that brief second as I'm listening to the music. Especially when it comes to ballads. I love an emotional ballad. I think there's something so healing about singing about your emotions in a ballad form. Just the craft of producing this really pretty ballad, for me, I've always found really healing. It doesn't really matter like the genre or like the message or like the sound that it's going for. If it's a ballad, I'm probably going to enjoy it, and this was no exception. I wanna try and find the second chorus, but I was kind of so lost in the sauce through the song that I don't actually know where the second chorus is. I'm gonna take a guess it's around here. 2. Okay, so we're in the second chorus now, but she's using mixed tones all over the place, and it's mixed tones in a way that I typically don't really point out. I love a female mixed tone where it sits right in between a female vocalist's head voice and their chest voice. There's just something so unique about a mixed tone that for me it's like someone who grew up singing choir and like playing an orchestra and like playing accompaniment for or choirs and musicals and stuff like that. You kind of like pick up on certain cues and like vocal like little traits when artists go into mixed tones. But with Soyu, she has such an like wide range when it comes to her vocals that she's able to seamlessly go from like her low chest voice to her mid chest voice to her high chest voice to her head voice and blend every single element together so that each little transition through the melody is completely seamless, and that's so tremendously special. Oh, it makes the verse sound so smooth, even though she's using like three, four different voices throughout that phrase. It just sounds like one like cohesive musical element in a way, and it's just so pretty and kind of envious. 'Cause that's hard to do. Because this isn't like Max Soyu at all yet. That I love that synchronization from the like guitar solo kind of like picking up in energy and going up the fretboard and then joining that with Soyu's high chest voice to pair alongside with it. I love that continuity element and that like synchronization between the two musical elements. It's such a satisfying bridge section because like you're essentially left like completely unprotected to just bear the full brunt of that musical flourish that didn't come in the chorus but came afterwards, and you just feel it in your chest and you feel it in your soul. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, I do quite like Soyu's like more like higher energy stuff. I just love Soyu's vocals in general. But a ballad will always hold a special place in my heart for me. Like there's a reason I rank my favorite ballads throughout the year because I love ballads so much. Like whenever I'm really down in the dumps, like really down in the dumps, a lot of times I feel a lot better if I shed a couple, two, three tears listening to a good ballad. It just works. I don't know why. It's like if you're feeling bad about something, like piling on even more emotions in your already emotional state feels counterintuitive or it sounds counterintuitive. But for me, it works, and I quite enjoy that like kind of emotional vulnerability I find myself in when I listen to a ballad. Also, when I play along to a ballad, I don't do that as often anymore, but I used to be able to do that. It's fun times. But so yeah. It has been a really vocal heavy day so far, and I've very much enjoyed it. Hopefully you did as well. But that's it for me today. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy and want to see more, channel icon is up there. You can find the back catalog of stuff watched in the past. Drop a subscription if you want to keep up to date with whenever I upload new videos. And if you want to watch another video of mine right away, YouTube recommends you watch that video down there. And until next time, bye-bye.